Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Ayurveda Free Health Insurance. Today's video is about the asanas which are beneficial during premenstrual tension or PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Premenstrual syndrome has a variety of signs and symptoms including mood swings, tender breast, food craving, fatigue, irritability and depression. It is estimated that as many as 3 of every 4 menstruating women have experienced some form of premenstrual syndrome. So this is the problem which should be addressed, and yoga is, without medicine we are treating this. By regular yoga practice, women can come over these problems. Let's see which asanas are helpful here. Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, Supta Virasana, Matsyasana, Salambha Shirsasana, Salambha Sarvangasana, Halasana, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana and Dvipad Viprit Dandasana. So let's practice them together. Let's start our practice from Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. So to go into the pose, we start from Dandasana. Extend your leg in front of you, trunk extended upward. Then catch hold the inner side of your knees and bring your both feet together, both legs pressing into each other and heels pressing into each other. So your knees come out and down, and groin should be soft, no pressure on them. If knees are too high, you can always use brick under your knees. Press your hands into the floor, or you can use support if you need, and keep pressing your heels, your feet together. Lift yourself up. Draw your shoulder blades in, shoulders down, away from your ear, chin level, and breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, catch hold the outer side of your knees, bring your both legs together, and then extend your one leg and then the other and come in Dandasana. Then do the next pose, which is Supta Baddha Konasana. You can directly go from the Baddha Konasana to Supta Baddha Konasana, or always you can use support if you feel any pinch in your back. So here I will show you the support first, how to you need to make the support. So use 3 for blanket, how much you need. So here I am using my blankets, and try to make a little stair for my lower back, and 1 blanket I will gonna use for my head support. So I'll not take too much time for the support because we already have learned all the poses, so you can see these sequences or the way how we set up in description box. Then to go in the pose, sit against our support, extend your leg in Dandasana, then catch hold of your inner knees and bring yourself in Baddha Konasana, both legs pressing into each other. If you need support for your knees, you can keep the bricks nearby you, and then slowly up and slide your buttock flesh down so it doesn't come in way, and then slowly bring yourself down on the support here, and you can adjust your head support so your forehead is always in level or higher than your chin, arms by your side, chest expanded. Keep pressing your both feet into each other so your knees go down, no pinch in your back. That's why we are using support. Buttock flesh should be downward towards the feet, chest lifted and chest broadened. Breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, you can bring your knees together, then press your hands into the floor, or you can catch hold of the mat. Press your forehands and bring yourself up, trunk first and head followed. Then extend your leg in front, sit in Dandasana for a while. Next one, we'll practice Supta Virasana and Supta Matsyasana. So if you need support, You can keep this support as well to go in Supta Virasana and Supta Matsyasana. And I'm doing it without support also, and I'll show you with support. So first I'm showing it with you support. So knees together, feet apart, and bring your calves out with your thumbs or with the fingers and sit back, and make sure you are sitting away 2-3 inches from your support. Keep pressing your shins down. Bring the outer knees downward so you
don't hurt your knees.
Make sure. If you need support under your hips, use it. And then bring your hands down and slowly bring your trunk on the support. Head on the support. You can adjust and then bring your arms to the side. Here, keep pressing your shins down. Toes facing backwards, chest broadened, and breathe normally. Stay in the pose as you are supported and let your nose soothe. Then to come out of the pose, same way, you need to press your hands or catch hold of your mat, press your forearm and bring your trunk, then your head last. Then
kneel down, cross your legs,
sit back, and then extend your leg in front of you, Dandasana. Same Virasana I'll show you without support. So I'm putting my support away and I'm doing the Matsyasana without support. If you want, you can keep the support as well for the Matsyasana. So again, kneel together, feet apart, bring the calves away, sit back, then bring your forearms down, then bring your head and then slowly bring your whole torso on the floor. So here again, arms by your side. Keep pressing your shins down, your toes facing towards your head, and chest broaden and expand. If you need support under your head, you're welcome to use, and breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, catch hold of your mat, press your arm and bring your trunk up and head last. Then kneel down, cross your legs, sit back, and then extend your leg in front of you. As I always tell you, take time to go in the pose and to come out of the pose without hurting yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Then we do Matsyasana, which is Supta Padmasana. So here the options you can do Ardha Padma, or you can just do in Sukhasana, cross leg pose, and lay down on your support. You can do one in Padmasana and another leg just crossed and go in Supta on your support or without support. Start. So to go in the pose, start from Dandasana, then catch hold the inner knee and bring your ankle over your left thigh. Then same way, catch hold the inner left knee, bring your left ankle over your right thigh. Sit tall. If you are using support, go on the support. If you are doing it without support, then bring your hands, press your hand, bring your forehead on the floor, then slowly first bring your head down and then slowly slide down and bring your whole trunk on the floor, arms by your side, chest broadened, and breathe normally. If you are doing supportive, release, relax, let go. Let the nervous system soothe. Then to come out of the pose, catch hold of your mat, press your forearm, lift yourself up, bring your trunk first and head last, and then be careful, nicely catch hold of your left leg first and then bring your leg down extend it, then catch hold of your right leg, bring it down, bring yourself your knee, and then extend your leg in Dandasana. Then same way we repeat on another side. If you are Ardha Padma, you can change your side. So catch hold inner side of your left knee, bring your left ankle on your right thigh. Same way, catch hold of your inner right knee and bring your right ankle on your left thigh. Then to go in the pose, press your hands, bring your forehand on the floor, then bring your head down, then slowly extend your whole torso on the floor. You can always do it with support arms by your side, chest broadened. We need here the expansion of chest. We want to breathe easily. Then to come out of the pose, catch hold of your mat, press your forearm, lift your trunk, and followed by your head, come up. Then catch hold gently and nicely your right leg and take it out. Then extend your right leg, then catch hold of your left leg, put your feet down, bring your knees towards you, and then extend in front of you, Dandasana. So let's do Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. We all know that we practice this in different ways, with one break, with two breaks,
with cross bolsters and blankets only.
So here today we are doing with one bolster, two blanket, or four blankets. So go in the pose, sit on your blankets, and then bring yourself downwards, and then go on your support and slide yourself downwards toward the head until your shoulders come down on the floor. Then extend your one leg and then the other, feet together if you are comfortable. Otherwise you can separate your feet hip width apart. Then here in the pose, press your heels down, extend the inner side of your legs from inner thigh to the inner leg. Bring your shoulders so you get more expansion in your chest, and your trunk go towards your chin, not your chin go towards your trunk or chest, and breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, slowly bend your leg one after other and slide yourself downward towards your head and bring the support away. Then roll to your side and come up. Next pose is Salamba Shirshasana, headstand. So use the folded mat and then interlock your finger, bring the cup of your hands on the mat. So press the inner side of your wrist down, press your elbows down, then bring the crown of your head down, bring the knees under your pelvis. Here keep pressing the inner side of your wrist down, keep the elbows down, lift your shoulders up, then lift your knees up and straighten your legs. Then walk your legs inward, bend your knees, give yourself a bunny hop, then slowly straighten your knees. Take a moment here, keep pressing your wrist down, shoulders lifted, then extend your one leg and then the other. Both legs are straight. Extend your leg through the big toe mount. Keep pressing the inner side of your wrist down, forearms down, shoulders lifted, chest broadened. Breathe normally. Extend yourself up through the big toes. You can do this pose against the wall, or if you are not able to do headstand, you can do Viparita Karani. You can check the link in description box. Then to come out of the pose,
Keep pressing your arms down. Slowly start to bend your knees. Then bring your knees towards your chest and then slowly bring your legs down. Then bring yourself in Adho Mukh Virasana. Arms straight, buttocks on your heels, forehead on the floor. As you turn upside down, give yourself time in Adho Mukh Virasana to settle down your circulation. Then bring your hand towards your knees, press and bring yourself up head last.
Next pose, we'll practice Halasana or Sarvangasana. So the basic setup for Halasana and Sarvangasana is the same. Use the 3 headed size blanket, stack them on each other, and smooth side will come to the head side, fringes will come to the lower side, and then use a brick downward. So here we can go in Halasana first, then do Sarvangasana. We can do Sarvangasana first and go in Halasana. So here today I am going in Halasana first and then we will practice Sarvangasana. To go in the pose, sit on your brick, then lay down on your blankets so your head and neck down on the floor and your shoulders fist width apart on the blanket. Then roll in, right towards left, left towards right. Then bend your leg towards you and a sweep and bring your legs backward towards the head in Halasana. Then again roll your left shoulder blade towards the right and right shoulder blades to the left, so you bring on your shoulders on yourself. Then bring your hand on your upper back. Here press your feet down, both legs are straight, lift your thighs up and breathe normally. Then from here again keep pressing your hand into your upper back, elbows pressing into the blankets. Then you can bring your one leg up and then the other in Halasana, or you can bend your legs and then bring them up. Here again in the pose, both legs are straight, legs extending upward through the big toe mounts. Bring your top of thighs back, bring your buttocks towards your head side, press your hands into your upper back, elbows pressing down, and breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, slowly bend your legs, bring your legs towards you, and then bring your legs down. Then roll yourself upward so your lower tip of the shoulder blades touching the blankets, arms by your side. Rest for a while. Then roll to your side and slowly come up. Next pose we will do Dvipad Viparita Dandasana. So we need a chair and I'm showing you 2 ways. So first one, use a chair and 2 or 3 blankets for your head support. Then I'll show you another way. So to go in the pose, sit on your chair and bring yourself forward. Here press your feet down and bring yourself downward towards the feet, and then lay down on the chair and slide yourself downward so your head can come on the support, and then catch hold the outer legs of your chair and shoulder blades in, chest broadened and lifted. Then extend your one leg, then the other, and stay in the pose and breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, bend your legs, release your arms, catch hold of the bar, press your elbows, then bring your trunk first and then head last, and sit on your chair for a while. So this is one way to practice. If you are new to this, you can use more support for your head if you have fear to go down. Another way I'll show you against the wall. Another way to do Dvipada Viparita Dandasana is against the wall. So set up your chair against the wall and sit in your chair. Then bring your feet on the wall. Press your feet in the wall and bring yourself forward. And then catch hold of the bar and slide yourself downward. Then bring your hands down and bring yourself downward until your head touch the floor. And here keep pressing your feet into the wall. Then bring your hand around the legs of the chair. Keep pressing your feet into the wall, inner side of your feet into the wall, chest broadened, and breathe normally. Then to come out of the pose, bend your legs, catch hold of the bar of your chair, press your elbows, then lift your trunk, then your head last, and then sit on your chair for a while. So when you do this pose, be gentle with yourself. Start this pose because it's back bend. So when you do this pose, start to do with a lot of head support. So you don't need to bend too much, and slowly take off the support one by one and then do the full pose. In these poses, the chest expansion gives a feeling of joy and happiness. These asanas soothe and relax the nerves and bring the emotional stability. This way, they help us to get rid of the symptom and signs of premenstrual syndrome. Hope you enjoyed today's practice. Let me know if you have any question. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Till then, bye. Take good care of yourself because health is wealth. See you in next yoga video.